As with most parts of the APA-style manuscript, the results section tends to have a few common elements, but those elements are presented a little differently for each study. We can think of the results section as having 6 components, as noted in the slide. It includes a sentence with a question or hypothesis that helps the reader remember what they're looking at, as does an explanation of how the scale scores were computed. Then the descriptive statistics provide additional context by giving information about the sample that helps the readers understand what we're reporting for the correlation analysis, which is the inferential analysis. The statistics are presented using what's called statistical notation, which is a fancy way of saying with abbreviations. It's obviously just more than numbers, though. Please pause the recording to review this example. In this case, the scoring information for both scales is addressed in one sentence, but if there are 2 measures, it's helpful to separate the information into 2 sentences. The numbers and information in parentheses is what I'm talking about when I say statistical notation. You might remember that idea from the participants practice section. Reporting the results of the correlation analysis is a little different than the descriptives because we don't usually say the correlation coefficient was. Instead, we use words to explain the direction, strength, and significance, then put the actual numbers in parentheses with abbreviations, like I have on the right. Note that we include 3 numbers. The correlation guide points out where to find those numbers. The first is the degree of freedom for the analysis. It goes in parentheses after an italicized R and is computed by subtracting 2 from the number of participants in the analysis. The second number is the correlation coefficient from the Pearson correlation row in the SPSS output, and the third number is the significance level from the sig2-tailed row in the output. Typically, we round those numbers to 2 decimal points.